Have you ever felt a strong gut reaction to a situation, knowing immediately whether it felt right or wrong? Or perhaps you have been in a discussion where feelings ran high, but you also tried to think through the logic of a decision. These moments highlight the different ways we arrive at our moral judgments, making it important to understand their distinct roles. Distinguishing moral reason from intuition and emotion involves recognizing their unique characteristics and cognitive processes. Moral reason is a conscious, deliberate, and analytical process that employs principles and logical consistency. Moral intuition is a fast, automatic, and often unconscious gut feeling about the rightness or wrongness of something, emerging without explicit reasoning. Emotion refers to subjective feeling states like empathy, anger, or disgust, which can influence or be triggered by both reason and intuition, but are not moral judgments themselves. The core mechanism for distinguishing them lies in how our minds process information. Moral reason operates like a slow, effortful, and reflective system, often called System 2 thinking. It meticulously evaluates arguments, considers consequences, applies ethical frameworks such as utilitarianism or deontology, and seeks universalizability. For example, if you are asked to justify why stealing is wrong, your moral reason would articulate principles about property rights, societal trust, or the harm caused to others. This process is about building a coherent, defensible argument. In contrast, moral intuition is akin to System 1 thinking, which is rapid, effortless, and relies on immediate associations and patterns learned from past experiences. It is that instantaneous feeling of approval or disapproval, a quick moral signal that does not require conscious deliberation. Think of a sudden surge of disgust when encountering a perceived injustice. That initial reaction is often intuitive. Emotions are then the affective states that can accompany or fuel these intuitions, or even be generated by reasoned conclusions. They provide a motivational force, like the empathy that compels us to help someone in distress, or the anger that arises from witnessing a clear violation of fairness. To practically distinguish these, observe how a moral judgment arises and is articulated. When a judgment is rooted in reason, you will find an individual capable of explaining their stance through a series of logical steps, appeals to general principles, and an assessment of fairness or harm that applies broadly. They can trace their moral conclusion back through a chain of justifications. If it is intuition, the person might struggle to articulate a clear reason beyond a simple feeling of, "it just feels wrong," sometimes leading to what philosophers call moral dumbfounding, where strong intuitions lack clear rational backing. Recognizing these differences is not about suppressing intuition or emotion, but about understanding their influence. Many philosophers, like Jonathan Haidt, suggest that intuition often comes first, and reason then serves as a means of post hoc justification. However, the capacity for reason allows us to critically examine our initial gut feelings and emotions, ensuring they align with broader ethical principles and withstand logical scrutiny. This conscious reflection enables us to refine our moral compass, moving beyond mere instinct to make more thoughtful and defensible ethical decisions.